In people with sickle cell disease, their red blood cells become deformed, turning sickle-shaped. The bone marrow tries to make more red cells to make up for the loss, but can't keep up, causing anemia. Their new shape keeps them from moving properly through the body, and the misshapen cells can jam up and stick to the walls of the blood vessels. These clumps cut off oxygen to healthy tissue, delaying a child's normal growth and causing fatigue and extreme pain.
Well, when we look at sickle cell entirely, sickle cell is a disease, is a blood disease disorder that is usually gotten through heredity. So the major way in which you can be able to get the sickle cell is hereditary. So it is an hereditary from the parents to their offspring. That is how you get sickle cell. And it's mostly from the genotype. So that is how.
So the genotype, like what kind of genotype?
So when we look at the genotype, basically we have the AA, the AS, the SS, and many amongst others. But you can be able to get the sickle cell when an AS married an AS. So when you cross match, the person that's used the sickle cell patient himself is someone that has the SS genotype. So that is what makes one to be the sickle cell. So that is how to get it. Well, the truth is, sickle cell can only be managed, not cured. It is only, it is very rare, actually, it's very rare. That is bone marrow transplants. And then, even that, they are still working on it. But I'm sure we definitely have a cure for sickle cell. But for now, there is no cure. Mainly, you just manage the symptoms and that's all. It's not an easy one. Even as a caregiver, it's not easy managing the sickle cell clients. Not to talk of the patient himself and then the relatives. It's actually depressing. It's not an easy one. You know, it's financially, mentally, and physically draining. Understand? For a sickle cell client, you know, especially during the crisis period, they come down with pains, especially the joint pains. They have low blood in their body. Mostly you see them, they are always in and out of the hospital. So the experience is not an easy one. Well, I know so much. I know so much because as a health worker, of course, I've studied sickle cell. Coming to the field, I've come in contact with so many people, and as an advocate, I've been talking about this. It's just like daily bread. So I've been talking about this sickle cell. So sickle cell, like I said from the beginning, it's a blood disorder. It is usually hereditary, and then the signs and symptoms normally is joint pains, and like I said, it's normally transmitted from the parent to their offspring. It's not something you can have to contract from someone. It's usually from the parents to their offspring, and then it has a lot of complications. Sometimes osteoarthritis, osteomyelitis, and so many others. And then we have this stunted growth. So basically, like I said, sickle cell does not have a cure, and mainly it's dietary management. Ensure they take a lot of fluid, health education, counseling. So mostly it's hydration and then their diets, like basic things for the sickle cell, and then analgesics to help ease and reduce their pains. And another thing is, when when you're giving this analgesic, I think it's one of where problems usually comes in. So as a health worker, you come to realize that sometimes you come in contact with clients that are addictive. They are addictive to drugs. So most of the times, what you normally do is try as much as you can in terms of managing this client. Manage them with extreme care, so that you don't overdose them with this analgesic, and at the end of the day, it becomes addictive. And when someone is addicted, it's another management of its own, because they might go ahead, treating themselves, self-medication, and the rest. So that is why it's advisable that as a health worker, if you're actually managing any sickle cell client, you tend to do the needful, and then you don't advise them to do self-medication. These are some of those things. Okay, when we talk about dietary management, it's just what you eat. So when we talk about dietary management, we monitor what the sickle cell client take. Like I said, hydration, we ensure they take a lot of fluid. So they need a lot of fluid. Because normal blood, it takes about 120 days for the blood cells to die, the red blood cells. But in terms of its sickle cell client, in some cases, it depends on the school of thought. Sometimes 25 to 29, so say 45 days, it ranges. You come to realize that this blood breaks down. So when this blood breaks down, you come to realize that that is when you see that this patient normally comes down with pains. And then normal blood is biconcave in nature, but for the sickle cell clients, their blood is sickled in nature. That's why it's usually referred to as sickness. Okay, as a sickle cell activist and advocate, I think I want to urge and also plead with the general public. You should come to understand that these sickle cell clients, they need love, they need support. And then I've come across a chart that says AA plus AA is a waste of genotype. Well, it's actually true, you understand, but that does not mean, when you find someone that is an AA and is an AA, it means you cannot get married. But it's just that it's just to let the society know that as an AA, you understand, if probably you meet someone that is an SS, I think you shouldn't run away from the person, because an AA is someone that is eligible to get married to AS, SS, and the rest. But you still come to understand that people that are this AA, they are running away from those that are SS. And then you come to realize that most at times these SS are falling in love with people that are AS. And definitely if they get married, there will be chances of them having or bringing a child who is also the sickle cell, and you see the battle still continues. So I just want to encourage each and everybody out there, when you're going into any relationship, the first thing you should look into is the gender. You can just meet a girl, and be like, okay, hi, I want to know you better. When the conversation starts getting deeper, you can ask, okay, I'm AA, I'm AS, I'm SS, what's your genotype? And sometimes you come to realize that some of these people are not actually being fair. They're not being fair. You're an AS, you tell a lady that you're an AA, and at the end of the day, after you get married, you come to realize that you're bringing up a child that is an AS or SS. So please and please, when you are coming into any relationship, try and be sincere, be honest. It's not about you, the parents. Okay, you might be I think people misunderstood something. You are responsible for any life you bring to this earth. So it's not about you being financially stable. Some people just feel, I have the money, so of course I can get married to an SS, and then so what? Think of it. Can that child, bear the fact that I'm an SS and I have to live with it for life? You understand? These are some of the things you have to understand. It's not about you. Yes, you are in love. Everybody understand. But then, this child you are bringing into the world, that child also has a right. What if this child cannot live with this for life? And there's nothing you can do. You may have the money to be taking the child in and out of, but what about the pain? This child also have dreams. This child have plans. But because of this condition, some of them actually gave up along the line. So I want to tell society, let's embrace them, let's love them, let's support them in any way we can, so that together we can be able to get rid of the sickle cell. So well, with this I would say shout out to all the sickle cell out there. You are loved, you are appreciated, you are more than your pains, and then you can achieve it. You can achieve it. So be proud of who you are, and then let the world know that this is me, and I'm proud of who I am. So I still remember my humble self, Hauwa Ahmed, yar'sunnah. So I love you all. Thank you.